city's humming like a distant ghost, but here the silence is what I love most. Just the rhythm of the silver tide and all the secrets that we used to hide. The moon is hanging by a golden thread, painting halos round the things unsaid. Oh, it's midnight on the shore. I don't need to wander anymore. The waves are folding in the velvet blue, and every heartbeat leads me back to you. There's a comfort in the way the water moves, a steady pulse that always seems to soothe. We don't need the neon or the crowded streets, just the way the ocean and the darkness meet. The salt is heavy in the evening air, but I find my oxygen while you're standing there. The stars are drifting in a deep abyss, sealing promises within a single kiss. Soon the sun will break across the line, but for now the universe is yours and mine. Just a rhythmic piano and a steady beat as the cold Atlantic feels like summer heat. Flicker of the screen in the darkened room, white noise rising like a heavy bloom. The world is shouting just to be heard, but I'm still waiting on your every word. Through the frequency and the jagged lines, I'm looking for the gold in the dusty mines. You're the echo in the static, clear and true, the only frequency I'm tuned into. When the signal breaks and the world goes loud, you're the silver lining in the heavy cloud. Broken transmissions in a fading bar. I wonder where the quiet places are. Everyone's talking, but nobody knows how to find the garden where the silence grows. But then your voice cuts through the gray and turns the midnight back into the day. Tape hiss running through the dead of night, tracing the edges all things belong. Keep on speaking, keep the signal strong. I've been listening for you all along. It didn't start with a lightning strike or a sudden shift in what the heart is like. It was a slow build, a steady grace, finding my home in the lines of your face. Stone by stone, we laid it down, the quietest palace in the loudest town. We got velvet foundations, soft and deep, promises that we actually keep. It's a gentle strength, a quiet power, growing taller every single hour. Storms might rattle the window pane, but where the roots drinking up the rain. Other things shatter when the wind gets cold, but we've got a story that won't grow old. It's a soulful rhythm, a warm embrace, a sanctuary in a hollow space. Touch like silk but strong as steel, teaching me how a real love should feel. No cracks in the floor, no dust on the shelf. I can finally learn how to be myself. Rest your way, let the world spin by. We've got a foundation that will never dry. Blue light filters through the heavy drape. There is no world we need to escape, just the sound of your breath, slow and thin, before the rush of the day begins. The kettle's cold and the clock is still, resting here on the windowsill in the blue hour before the world wakes up. The only amber in my porcelain cup is the morning sun catching on your hair. Everything I need is already there. They're starting the engines on the street below, but we've got nowhere we need to go. Dust motes dance in a shaft of light, a quiet end to a peaceful night. No phones are ringing, no voices call, just a shadow stretching on the bedroom wall. I hold this moment like a fragile glass, watching the minutes and the seconds pass, before the noise and the gravity take hold. We're wrapped in cotton and the morning gold. Stay a little longer in the quiet deep, before we lose the secrets that we keep. The curse is blinking like a lonely heart, trying to bridge the miles we're apart. I type a sentence, then I wash it away, looking for the things I'm too scared to say. The glass is cold beneath my fingertips, missing the warmth of your actual lips. It's digital ink on a backlit page. Love is trying to break the cage, sending my soul through the fiber wires, feeding the glow of our distant fires. 3 little dots appear, then they fade in the quiet theater of the plans we've made. I scroll through the pictures of the life we'll lead, counting the days with the desperate speed. Blue light glowing on a tired face, wishing I could fold the time and space. The battery's low, but the feeling is high underneath the same vast digital sky. A million pixels to make up your grin, the only way I can let you in, until the day that the ink turns real and I can finally touch the way I feel.
The traffic's crawling on the 405. Everyone's racing just to stay alive. The calendar's full and the deadlines loom, but there's a quiet corner in this crowded room. You take my hand and the blur starts to fade into the beautiful mess that we've made. We're having a slow dance in a fast lane, finding the sunshine inside of the rain. The world is a gallop of frantic design, but I'm taking my time, as long as you're mine. Emails are piling like the winter snow, but there's a rhythm that only we know. Between the meetings and the grocery lines, I'm reading the love in your subtle signs. Let the sirens wail and the engines roar. I found the peace I was looking for. We don't need a ballroom or a crystal floor, just a little space by the kitchen door. While the clock is ticking at a breakneck pace, I'm getting lost in the calm of your face. Swing me easy while the world spins fast, making a moment that's built to last.
The clouds are bruising into shades of plum. The day is over and the night has come, but there's a lingering violet glow where all the memories of the summer go. I can smell the lavender on the evening breeze, moving like a ghost through the willow trees. Oh, we're drifting on lavender horizons, watching the light as the color dies in. Nostalgia is a river that runs so sweet, laying the world at our tired crowded feet. Do you remember how the fields would smell before we had a single story to tell? When the sky was a canvas of purple and gold, and we weren't afraid of growing old. The sun is dipping like a heavy fruit into the earth at the mountain's root. Dreamy textures in a hazy lens. This is where the busy thinking ends. Wrap yourself in the atmospheric haze and lose the count of the passing days in the lavender light. We're forever young, with the best of the songs yet to be sung.
I don't have to ask if you're feeling low. The way you move is all I need to know. A tilt of the head or a heavy sigh. The secret's written in the corner of your eyes. We've moved past the need for the spoken word. The loudest thing that I've ever heard, it's the unspoken rhythm, the beat of the soul. Two broken halves making one thing whole. A language of silence, a dialect of touch, saying nothing and yet saying so much. You reach for the coffee just as I pour. You know which shadow is crossing the floor. It's a telepathy built out of years of sharing the laughter and drying the tears. The air between us is a living thing, tuning the notes that we're going to sing. In the crowded party or the quiet hall, we hear the whisper through the thickest wall. No explanations, no how do you feel, just a deep knowing of what is real. The unspoken rhythm, steady and true, the song that I only can play with you. have to ask if you're feeling low. The way you move is all I need to know. A tilt of the head or a heavy sigh. The secret's written in the corner of your eye. We've moved past the need for the spoken word. The loudest thing that I've ever heard, it's the unspoken rhythm, the beat of the soul. Two broken halves making one thing whole. A language of silence, a dialect of touch. Saying nothing and yet saying so much. You reach for the coffee just as I pour. You know which shadow is crossing the floor. It's a telepathy built out of years of sharing the laughter and drying the tears. The air between us is a living thing, tuning the notes that we're going to sing. In the crowded party or the quiet hall, we hear the whisper through the thickest wall. No explanations, no how do you feel, just a deep knowing of what is real. The air between us is a living thing, tuning the notes that we're going to sing. In the crowded party or the quiet hall, we hear the whisper through the thickest wall. No explanations, no how do you feel, just a deep knowing of what is real. This the unspoken rhythm, the beat of the soul. Two broken halves making one thing whole. A language of silence, a dialect of touch. Saying nothing and yet saying so much. I don't have to ask if you're feeling low. The way you move is all I need to know. A tilt of the head or a heavy sigh. The secret's written in the corner of your eye. We've moved past the need for the spoken word. The loudest
billion years for the light to arrive, to find the two of us finally alive in a tiny corner of a spinning sphere. It's a miracle that we're even here. The vacuum of space is cold and vast, but we found a fire that's meant to last. It's a starlight resonance, a cosmic vibration, the ultimate end of our long gravitation, pulling me in like a moon to a tide, with nowhere for either of us to hide. Nebula swirling in your iris deep, secrets that the constellations keep. We're made of the dust of a dying sun. Two separate orbits becoming one. A cinematic sweep of the velvet black, and there is no way that I'm turning back. When the stars go dark and the engines fail, our love will leave a silver trail across the dimensions and the fabric of time. I'll make sure your hand is staying in mine, resonating through the great unknown. We are the brightest light ever shone.
I kept the shutters closed for a long, long time, afraid of the light in the mountain climb, living in a sepia, a faded view, until the moment that I ran into you. You reached for the dial and you turned it slow, letting the colors start to overflow. Through the aperture of the heart I see the person that I was meant to be. The focus is sharp and the shadows are gone. I'm finally waking to a brand new dawn. Brand new dawn. Vulnerability is a scary lens, but that's where the real life actually begins. The blur of the past is starting to clear. I'm letting go of the static and fear. It's a wide angle of a panoramic sky, no longer looking through a needle's eye. Take the picture, capture the soul, the jagged edges finally feeling whole. I'm wide open now, no walls in the way. Nothing is hidden in the light of the day. From the smallest detail to the greatest part, you've opened the aperture of my heart.